Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts. Dustin, Keith,
Bourbon.
music. Y'all
Bribe.
know this stuff. Bribe.
Yeah, Bribe. Stephen Bribe.
Stephen Bribe.
Stephen Bribe. Stephen sent us TX blended whiskey.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, it's Stephen and it's TX, so that was kind of predictable.
Are you saying that Stephen is predictable?
When it comes to whiskeys in the state of Texas, Stephen's kind of predictable.
He likes...
Which is cool
Yeah.
because we ask people to send us stuff
That we can't get.
that we can't get. It's not local to us.
Yep.
And Stephen
Delivers.
does exactly
Stephen
that.
delivers.
Yes, he does. All right, so
So, Stephen had requested, and I missed it, Stephen. Sorry. You saw our drop for Found North. That was amazing. He wanted this song with Found North, and I missed that. So we're going to do it with this one. Hope that's okay. Check this out. I've never seen that before.
that's like cloth.
Yeah, and it's
Like
like
a-
a cap and a cap.
That's kind of neat. I felt like that was going to come out of there with some velocity. I didn't want to catch knuckles to the
They
teeth.
like glued it on there.
Huh.
That's interesting because it'll catch the drips.
It will, and then it'll smell like bourbon, which is actually kind of a sweet smell that hangs around.
That's kind of cool.
Didn't think about that.
No,
So, Stephen wanted... Yep, I saw it when you poured my glass.
caught the drips.
Stephen wanted us to check out a song called More Than a Flag by Brandon Davis.
Okay.
So, just judging, well, one, it's Stephen.
Yeah.
He tends to send us a lot of military-themed songs to check out.
Patriotic, military, yep.
And in the shadows in the video, there are various helmets from various eras of infantry.
That's pretty cool.
So I think we may be about to get a little bit of a history lesson,
All right.
which I appreciate. I like
I'm down
a
for
good
that.
history lesson.
Yeah.
After school one day, a boy sat talking with his dad. He said the teacher pulled out a book, taught us all about the flag.
I'll back this up. But this is kind of striking me. You know, you coined the phrase barrel-proof country.
Yeah.
Right, so the elements that we've got here, we got a loping banjo in the background, we got fiddles in the background, we've got that steel guitar in the background. Well, actually, it's pretty prominent.
Right.
And then that vocal delivery just,
Hit you. Country.
yeah,
This is a country song, I think.
probably a country song.
After school one day, a boy sat talking with his dad. He said the teacher pulled out a book, taught us all about the flag. About the red, white, and blue, and how each color was defined. And why we stand hand over heart, pledge allegiance every time. His dad pulled out a box with a folded flag and said, "Trust me, son, it means way more than that. It's more than a flag, or stars and stripes. Yeah, it waves for the ones who died and gave their lives so you and I could live our own. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run out to this day. It carries sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag.
You know, they don't teach you that in school.
I don't think they do.
You say to your granddad fought in Vietnam back in 65. 352nd dropping bombs to lessen the threats he had to fight. Got sent home in 71 with one less leg and a purple heart. He used to say, I gave some, but some gave all, and that's what we're fighting for. They gave your grandma this box on the day he passed. Fired 21 shots and fought it up that flank. It's more than a flag, stars and stripes. Yeah, it waves for the ones who died. Gave their lives, you and I, you live on. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run out to this day. Carry sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag. It's there when we fight, it's there when we fall, foreign shores and right at home. Yeah, you know it's true. That's why we bleed red, white, and blue. It's more than a flag, stars and stripes. It waves for the ones who died and gave their lives so you and I can live our own. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run out to this day. Carry sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag.
Oh, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Man, every time I hear that speech,
Kennedy?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, wow, that was a different time.
Yeah, people used to actually think that way.
Right.
Yeah, not now.
Sadly.
So, I mean, interesting song. One of the weirdest, or, well, I guess not weird, just an unusual thought that flashed through my head was the power of symbolism.
Yeah.
And the military is just absolutely full of symbolism. So everything from rank insignia to unit insignia, particularly unit insignia, everything in that means something.
Who usually does that art?
You know, so many of those insignias are so old, I've never known.
Okay.
Like 1st Marine Division, I mean, I have no idea. That insignia certainly predated World War II. I mean, it probably hasn't been modified since earlier than that, World War I or even before. So, I mean, and it has symbolism that I don't know what it means. You know, and same with 4th Marine Division. I served with both, and I have no idea. I mean, obviously the 1, and then 4th has a 4 in it. I mean, you know what that means. But there's other stuff in the unit insignia that I've never been told the history of.
You ever looked it up?
No, never even thought to look it up, but
Kind of feel like you need to now.
I kind of do. And there are other units, I mean, like a lot of it's pretty obvious in say 82nd and 101st Airborne insignia. Those are kind of obvious. But what about the lightning bolts and daggers
Delta
for
Force.
special operations groups? Right.
Right.
What you see Deo Presso Liberi in a banner, but what's the symbolism of the dagger and the lightning bolts? Those mean something, and the fact that there are three of them means something. What's it mean? Why are they there? So
I bet some of them know.
Stephen probably knows. He probably doesn't know about First Marine Division, but he probably knows about every detail of the SF patch, and probably knows the history of his own commands. Knows what those are.
You need to look up your patches.
I don't have many. The Marines are they put a lot less emphasis on that stuff than the Army. So the Army, they've got badges for everything, right? Marine uniforms, by comparison, there's a lot less stuff they're authorized to wear and display.
Huh.
But the Army's, I mean, all their stuff, man, it's got like all the symbols in it. They have meaning. Funny that I've never really thought about that before this song, because obviously the flag is a giant
Symbol.
piece of symbolism
Yep.
for an awful lot of things.
True.
To obviously include all the prior and current service members. Well, a strange direction for my head to go
You
with
just
that.
got deep. Welcome to Deep Thoughts by Keith.
Well, I kind of nerded out a little, didn't I?
Welcome back.
All right.
No, that was good. It's true though, and I'm kind of interested in looking up your patches now just for my own understanding.
It's suddenly a very curious thing, right?
Like I kind of get my phone and be like, "What is this?"
Oh, what are the stars in the First Marine Division? What's that mean? What is that? I feel like I might have to do some Googling myself.
So that song,
Yeah.
you hit it right out of the gate, and all the way through and through, it was a pure country song.
Yeah, I heard no other influences except a touch of bluegrass.
Yeah. Okay. With the banjo.
Yeah, the banjo and the way the steel guitar and the fiddle played was kind of banjo or bluegrass-esque, but light on it.
I don't know how much you keyed in on the instrumentals, but I felt like they were just good. They were crisp. I just liked them.
Yeah, there was nothing in them that was stellar.
Right, they were just good.
Nobody was really showing off awesome chops. It's just well played,
Right.
and it fit both the tone of the lyrics and the message. Everything went together really well.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, about this Texas whiskey,
TX. Blended whiskey.
have you ever tasted so much vanilla in a whiskey?
It's in the nose.
Right?
Yeah, it's definitely in the nose. It's a vanilla nose. I think this could be one. Steven, I know you'll correct me. This may be one Steven's never had. But he sent it to us because Texas. But it's like vanilla bomb.
Which is that phrase was in my head, and it's one we've never used.
Yeah. Ooh. I just took a small sip and I like it a lot better. I had like a mid to
Big
full sip, and those sips tasted super young to me. But just a small sip, that vanilla pops. It's really smooth. That's pretty much all you get. A little vanilla sweetness, and then it ends with a little bit of oak, just a little bit, just
the tiniest
just oak.
bit.
Yeah,
There's some corn sweet in it too, but it's overpowered by the vanilla.
yeah.
Like there's so much natural vanilla flavor in this that I almost started to wonder if it was lightly infused.
Right. I'm actually that's why I picked it up, because I was like,
I've never tasted that much vanilla
did
in
they
a whiskey
put something in this?
before. Hopefully you'll find out whether it's infused or not.
I don't see anything about being infused. What proof do you have it at?
I feel like this one's Trixie.
Trixie, huh?
Uh-huh.
It's Trixties.
Because I'm so torn. I'm going to go a little higher than my gut tells me to and say
Don't.
Don't.
Go with your gut. Always go with your gut.
Gut says about 85.
Cool. 60% grain. Corn. Neutral spirits. This is out of Firestone and Robinson Distilling Company in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Blended and bottled. So it doesn't talk about who,
Distillation
who
at
made
all.
it. So it's 82.
Okay.
You're pretty damn close.
I was.
Yeah.
All right. This is a super smooth whiskey, and if you like vanilla, this would be a go-to.
Yeah. If you were trying to put vanilla in like a flavor profile of a drink,
Well, yeah.
this would do it.
Yeah. I don't think it's infused because normally I can really taste the artificiality
Why it doesn't have that.
of the flavor, and there's none of that. Now, Steven has sent us one that was infused, the honey infused,
Honeydew.
Garrison Brothers.
Yep.
And
You actually liked it.
it, for some reason, I could not detect that artificial flavoring in it.
Right.
Or if I did, it was very minimal. This has none, so I think it's actually just a naturally,
Somehow in there.
somehow in their process, they have brought out a ton of vanilla.
Well, and it's a
It's a
blend. So maybe they've
It does call you back to the glass.
kinda. But did you take a bigger sip? Just did. That bigger sip makes you feel like, to me, it made it feel like it was pretty young.
Neat. So the bigger sip pulls the honey or the vanilla way down,
Yep.
brings the corn up,
Yep.
and also turns up the oak.
Yes. And the finish.
And yes,
Yeah.
weird. So if you like vanilla, little sips,
Yeah.
and you'll be bombed with it.
Right.
All right, cool. Yeah, so thanks, Steven.
Neat tune. Thank you for the bribe.
Caused me to start getting all geeky.
He symbolized on us.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music songs we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskeys we need to try. And we'll see you next time.
See you.